Well, not fixing cars today. Just going for a walk in the woods. Just listening to the crickets and the birds and enjoying the scenery. I'm walking up and down this hill road behind my house. It's probably been here for 100 years. And I got reminded of some ancient knowledge that maybe isn't everywhere in the country or the world. We have some unique topography here in southwest Wisconsin. As I'm walking down the hill road, you can see this little step cut into the road. And years ago, when I was probably 10 or 11, I had a old timer explain that to me. They called those thank you mamas. See, this hill road, it's pretty steep. See if I can get the camera level for you, give you an idea what we're looking at. And it's probably about a mile long. There's probably a 90-acre field on top of the hill. And they planted tobacco up there, or corn, or whatever. And they had to haul it down these narrow hill roads with steep embankments. It's pretty overgrown, so it's hard to see how steep that really is, but it goes pretty much straight down. It's almost, if you're used to it, you can walk it, but it's pretty rough going. Well, they built these thank you mamas in here so they could cool the tractor's brakes and lose their momentum from the last stretch. They've probably been here since the early 1900s, maybe mid 1800s. And you don't see them everywhere in the world, I'm sure. But that's, everybody that's been here in southwest Wisconsin had to run a farm and run their tractor up these dangerous hill roads. A lot of guys died trying to get that load down to the bottom. So they built those so they can have a little bit of control getting down the hill. There you can kind of see how steep the bank is. But this is just one example. You can kind of see the definition on that cut. This is just one example of local knowledge or skilled knowledge that you only learn from other tradesmen. You never learn things like that in textbooks, in classrooms. This kind of stuff gets passed down from expert to expert, or expert to apprentice. And this is why I make videos, is because I've spent my whole life learning all these things. Man, it's beautiful up here. And I wonder how over the next 100 years, how much of this knowledge is just gonna disappear and have to be relearned. Maybe 100 years, maybe 500 years. It's just beautiful. But we don't have to forget all of this useful stuff. All we have to do is train our young people and teach them all the little things that we only know because of where we live or because of what we do. It's a steep hill. I'm out of shape. Give me a minute. I was walking through that earlier. That's a little rougher. I like the hill road. But you gotta take the hard path sometimes to see some cool stuff. I saw a cat's tail through the woods. few birds, a couple snakes, nothing crazy. But waiting to come across a bear. I haven't yet though. Been walking this road for about 12 years. But, you know, all that knowledge that's out there getting lost every day, I see it in the automotive field all the time. That's why I make these videos, is to show people, you know, everybody can do this. It's just the knowledge and the hand skill that takes time and practice to learn. So I'm gonna keep making them, but I just figured I'd share why, because that's really what I'm after. It's always why. There's an old tobacco plant. Somebody spilled some seed going up the hill.